I just want to share some of the music that has really touched my heart and has really healed me and comforted me and just made me feel validated in very hard trials and times. And yeah, before I die, before I leave this earth, I just want to share this with these artists, so this video is for you. First of all, I would like to thank Kenny Rogers, and I know that he's with God, but his music became a huge part of my heart as a child, and just hearing it brings me back to being a small girl and watching my parents dance together and just hearing it in my house as a child. It's like I'm living in that moment, and it warms my heart so deeply. I want to talk about Extreme. I love a lot of their music, and this really touched me later in life. As a teenager, I would think about this whole album and cry, and I'd pray to Jesus, and he really used it to comfort my heart when I was depressed and just going through hard times. And at first, I remember my husband let me listen to this album. We were just boyfriend and girlfriend at the time, but it's called Three Sides to Every Story. And the whole album, I mean, it's like I have to listen to it from start to finish. If not that, then at least the last 5 songs. And then it takes me back to those beautiful moments where God comforted my heart. But I remember when I first heard this album, I was laughing because it sounds like classical music. And at the time, I thought, oh, this isn't cool. But oh my gosh, is it like one of the coolest albums of all time, in my opinion. So check that out if you want to. That really, really touched my heart in such a deep, beautiful, beautiful way. And the song on there called Who Cares is my absolute favorite song. It's a song that Jesus used to comfort me when I felt alone, when I felt abandoned, like just in general. And he showed up. I was crying, and yeah, he showed up and he comforted me. So that's a precious memory to me. So thank you, Extreme. One band that I was crazy about is Train. I was crazy about them for several years. I had all their albums. I went to a couple concerts. I even communicated with the band and was trying to help advertise for them in St. Louis by standing outside holding signs and stuff, like poster signs, just to get it's part of a club or something that you would get free things and free tickets and backstage passes and things of that nature. I actually did that for the Pat Monahan concert that he had, but he was playing some Train songs, so that's why I did that, so that I could get to meet him, and I did get to meet him. With that being said, it was just a really neat experience that God allowed me to have, and yeah, I love their albums, so thank you, Train, for getting me through some really difficult times. Then, of course, there's some of the Christian artists that I grew up listening to, like Amy Grant and Michael W. Smith, whom I've also been to see in concert, and I got to meet Michael W. Smith with my daughter years and years ago. I think it was like 2009 or 10 or something. But his music really, really touched my heart as a child, especially in the 4th through 7th grade. I would listen to his songs, and I'd really just meditate on God's love for me. I would be in attending, Christian schools and going to church and that kind of thing. He used Michael W. Smith in such a deep, mighty way to reach my heart and to comfort my soul. So thank you, Michael W. Smith and Amy Grant. Amy Grant, thank you. She is somebody that my mom really liked, and I liked some of her pop stuff too as a child, that I have memories of dancing around in my room, too, so oh, yeah, I love music. And recently I found some artists that I've been listening to for about, I'd say, 5 years. Ray LaMontagne. I haven't seen him in concert or anything, but I've seen him, his shows and stuff online, and man, a lot of his music really touched my heart in a deep way. So thank you, Ray. Ben Abraham, I've been following him for years, since he was around the first time he was on YouTube, and his music really touches my heart in a deep, beautiful way. He's got a beautiful voice. His lyrics are so unique and so, so deep. He plays the guitar, the piano, the ukulele. I mean, this guy is super talented. So thank you, Ben, for sharing your gifts and your talents with the world, You've touched my heart, and I've even sent some of your songs to my daughter, and yeah, because they help me think of her. So another artist that I recently started listening to about 4 or 5 years ago is Amos Lee. Oh man, this guy is super talented. You guys got to check all these people out. But he is amazing. He does some live shows sometimes. He does like charity and donates on Instagram for people. Just depends on what he's doing, but he'll do little short live shows and sing his older songs and his newer songs. And yeah, he's just really got a unique spirit. Very like old soul, and I mean he does beautiful like gospel type music to like rock. Like he's really good. So thank you, Amos Lee. Your music is beautiful. Thank you for sharing your talents and your gifts with the world. A couple other artists whom I have loved and adored their music since I can remember being a child to today is Billy Joel and Elton John. And the reason for that is how they can turn a piano into a really awesome rock instrument. And I just love their styles. I mean, they're completely different, of course, but I love their lyrics, and man, God has really given these guys super amazing talents. I thought it would be awesome if one day I could see them both in concert, but sadly I didn't get to do that when they were touring years and years ago. But anyways, I have their music, and that's all that I need. But yeah, their music is so deep in so many different ways and has comforted my heart over the years on so many levels. It's not even funny. Like, these guys are amazing. And regardless of lifestyle, they are so used by God in the music industry to reach hearts who need comfort, validation, love, and, just a pick-me-up. So, yeah, definitely these guys are awesome. They've really touched my heart. So thank you, Billy Joel and Elton John, for your talents and your beautiful music abilities and for sharing them with the world. Couple other artists worth mentioning: Cat Stevens, love his music, and John Denver, love, love, love. Oh man, just so many memories of John Denver as a child, and even in recent years, I just love listening to his music. And Cat Stevens is someone who I started listening to a few years ago, and he's just amazing, amazing. So thank you guys for your beautiful talent and your beautiful art. Celine Dion is somebody who's, oh man, so dear to my heart because I've listened to her music since I was a child. And wow, there's just so many songs that I could spit out and name that have touched me and helped me, like, comfort my heart in a deep way. And there's songs that my mother and I have bonded with Celine Dion. And I also love Whitney Houston. I've loved her since I was a child. Oh man, she really had a beautiful voice, and I know she's singing with God right now. Some other musical artists, really like the 90s Mariah Carey. A lot of her stuff really touched me deep. And also Alanis Morissette in my teen years. Jagged Little Pill. Yes, that CD really comforted my heart and made me feel powerful and strong as like a girl. I know that may sound weird and strange to people, but it helped me, I guess, find different parts of my own character and self-esteem that I didn't have at that time. And so, like, God really used her to comfort me and make me feel okay being me, because I wasn't like this, because I was so different from a lot of girls. I wasn't like preppy and prissy, and there's nothing wrong with that, but at the time, like, I was just wearing t-shirts and jeans, and I was bullied and made fun of. So she made me feel like it helps me see that I could be who I wanted to be and not have to impress anybody, just be me. And then, like, Avril Lavigne at the time, I was a young mother at the time, I think, when her music started coming out. But the same thing, like, it empowered me to feel safe, to be myself, to just be me. And I liked how she wasn't trying to be something that everybody told her to be just because she was a girl, but she was true to herself and authentic, is what I mean. And, like, she was just being herself in the way that she dressed and things like that. But with that being said, I mean, just saying like these artists are people that really helped me in my teen years and my early 20 years, and I know that God wants to give glory to all of these artists who have helped me and encouraged me and comforted me and helped make me feel like I was worth living another day, because I was really suicidal and depressed for many years. So these artists that I'm mentioning have a special place in my heart, and because of a time in my life when their music really touched my life. God has even used like heavy metal and hard rock to comfort my heart when I was angry, when I needed to like vent. I would put on 5150 of Van Halen, and I mean, I know there's a lot of feel good songs on that, but I would listen to that, and then I would listen to Back in Black. Metallica. Metallica was somebody that I would put on when I was really angry and frustrated, and I would just put music on in my room, and I'd let it out in that way, and God really didn't convict me of doing that, because instead of going out and doing bad things, you know, or taking my frustration out, I was staying in my room listening to this hard music, and it wasn't hurting anybody. It was helping my heart. I was able to like get it out of my system, and it really did help me. And there's a lot of bands like that have helped me. Even if I were to even say this, like, I don't know, there may be people who judge me or whatever, but Pantera, there's a couple songs of theirs. They're a heavy metal band that even helped me to release anger and frustration in my teen years. And God never convicted me to listen to these bands, and especially when I needed to vent and let these things out. And still, till this day, if I need to, I will put on a hard rock song or a heavy metal song if I'm angry, and I'll let it out. And you know, it's a healer for the heart. And yeah, God uses all sorts of music to reach people in so many different ways. And there's more videos I'll be making about music. I just had these artists on my heart and wanted to talk about it. Another one I want to quickly mention is Michael Jackson. That man could dance, and I'm just saying, like, when I was a kid, he's really the reason why I wanted to even dance and felt the freedom to get up and move my body in ways that gave me joy. So man, my heart desire always wanted to see him dance in person, which I never got to do. But yeah, so Michael Jackson is someone else that I enjoyed listening to. So I know that I'll be making more videos talking about the different people in the entertainment business, or just movies and, you know, more music and things of that nature, who have comforted me, who God has used mightily in a deep, deep way. And I'm forever thankful for these people who are talented, amazing people who have gifts, who share it with the world, and God can use them however He sees fit to reach any heart that He sees fit. So if you guys have music that you think I would like, drop it down below. I would love to check it out. Yeah, so I'll be making more videos. God bless.